What's up, everyone? It's the Nomad Brad with my business partner, Connor Boyland. And in this video, we're going to talk about 7 email templates that sell without being salesy.
Yep, this is something that I know you guys have been asking for, and we want to just start showing you exactly how to sell with email. And actually, we want to start with one of the most common mistakes that people make with email, which is actually trying to sell your product or service. The harder you try to sell it, the more resistance you will get from people who don't want to be sold, even if they would like to buy from you. So, what if instead of having to sell your product or service, you could get your prospects to actually sell themselves on it? That's what we're going to show you today. But first, let's get you caught up. In case you missed video 1 and 2, here's where we're at in our whole email marketing machine. You need 4 things. You need to get traffic. You need to send it to an opt-in page where you collect emails. Then you're going to send them emails, which is what we're talking about today. And those emails will be selling an offer. So in case you missed videos 1 and 2, we covered how to, in the last video, how to get your first 1,000 or more subscribers using free traffic. So check that out. And in video 1, we showed you this, how much each subscriber can actually be worth to you when you use our system. So we want to get you to at least your first 1,000 subscribers. You can be making at least 1,000 to 3,000 a month in income. And as you can see, this scales up with the number of subscribers you have. And today we're going to start telling you exactly how to sell through email. And
So, by the way, I'd like to say just thank you for being a part of this whole process. We've gotten so many great comments. So many people have joined our Facebook group, and we just really appreciate it. It's so fun to talk to you and get to interact with you and help you with your business goals. So just want to say thanks for being a part of the whole process.
Absolutely. It's been awesome talking to you guys. If you're not in our Facebook group, feel free to join that. We'll put a link below this video. It's gone from nothing to over 100 people in like a week time, which is really exciting. Our last video, for a temporary time at least, we were ranking number 3 on YouTube for the search term email marketing, which is really exciting for us. And it's definitely not because of us. It's thanks to you guys who are all clicking and watching our videos and leaving really insightful comments and sharing where you're at and really participating. So again, thank you so much for being a part of this. We're really excited to share what we know and help you guys make some money. That being said, in order for this video to really help you out, we are assuming that you are growing an email list and you have an offer to sell. So make sure you watch the first 2 videos in our series if you missed on how to grow your list and what we're doing here, the whole system. Now let's talk about, what do you actually email them? The first thing that really always worked for us whenever we've learned anything new is you don't want to waste a lot of time trying to learn from scratch. You don't want to waste a lot of time doing things on your own. There's a lot of people out there who have proven and figured out what works. And when in doubt, always model what works. That's what we're going to give you here today. Every copywriter you know has a swipe file that they just collect information on every email or piece of copy they've ever written, and kind of some of the stats and the results that it's generated, so that whenever they need to write an email or write a sales letter, they just go into their swipe file and they pull out something that worked in the past, either from someone they studied or from something that they did that worked, and then they saved it for later. I do it all the time. What we're about to share with you here in the templates are things that I know work because I've done them for years, and every time I try it, it works the same way. And over time, you see the patterns and the psychology behind it, and you develop these templates. That's what we're going to share with you. Number 1 rule of thumb: anytime you sit down to write an email, and the emails we're about to give you, they all follow this rule of thumb. So keep this in mind. You never want to ask your readers to think about more than one idea in one email. So when I sit down to write an email, the first thing I think of is, what's the one big idea that I want to get across with this email? And anything else that I come up with that deviates from that, I will cut it and save it for a future email. You don't want to try to sell more than one thing at a time, and you don't want to ask people to think about more than one thing at a time. It's just, your conversion will almost always go down. This was kind of a huge game changer when I was taught this by one of my mentors in copywriting. And it kind of took me from a middle of the road, like mediocre copywriter who was just middle of the pack for years, like never really made a big impact, to, in about a week of just practicing this one rule of thumb, to one of the best copywriters in my niche. And it's all because it took everything that I was doing and just focused it, like laser focus in every email. And that's what you want to do. Just don't get too sidetracked on any one thing. You just pick a topic and an idea and one offer that you're selling. Don't try to sell more than one offer in one email. And anything else, just save it for the next email. So you can download our 7 email templates below. We'll leave a link for you. And what's really cool is that you're not just getting some fill in the blank email templates. What we actually want to give you is 7 psychological triggers that actually influence people to buy things. So even if they don't know who you are, even if you just started building your list, even if they have no relationship with you yet, they have no reason to trust you yet, these 7 psychological triggers are just proven time and time again. Psychology has proven that these are the things that influence and motivate people to buy things. So, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but for those of you that are new to like sales or copywriting, buying something is an emotional process. It's an emotional decision. It's not logical. And that's why we say you can't really try to convince someone logically to buy. You can't try to sell them on buying it. You have to present it in such a way that it just naturally makes sense for them to buy, and they'll sell themselves on the idea, which is far more powerful than you having to persuade or try to hype them up. And a lot of people have been asking us, how do you sell through email without sounding salesy or without sounding hypey or without being pushy or annoying or unwelcome? That was a big fear that we both had when we first started sending emails to our list, is this is going to be unwelcome, this is going to be annoying or pushy. And that's always what's going to happen if you're trying to logically persuade or convince someone to buy. Instead, we rely on this psychology in these templates that we'll give you, and it presents your offer in such a way that the person reading it will just naturally understand why they should buy it without feeling like you pushed them into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about what these are.
It's kind of like casting a magic spell. It's weird.
Yeah. And it seems really simple on the surface, but this is kind of what the effect we're going for. So I'm just going to run through them real quick, and you can get all the details by downloading the templates below. There's just far too much to teach you in one video. The 7 triggers that influence people to buy. 1 is pain. You got to know that anytime someone's coming onto your email list and reading your emails, even if they're not fully aware of it, they are experiencing some pain or challenge or frustration in their life. And this first email is going to talk about that and bring it to the surface and position the offer you're selling as the obvious solution. The second one is desire. It's the opposite of pain. All sales is just moving someone out of their pain and into their desire. So everyone in your market has certain desires, certain things that they want or need, and they're on your list because they want to get those.
Specific to that niche or product, right?
Exactly.
So it's not just their desires generally as a human. It's just, their desires within.
Yeah, their desire to lose more weight, or to make more money, or to get a girlfriend or boyfriend, or to learn a specific skill, or to gain a certain amount of freedom in their business, or there's a million different niches. We'll break it down more for you in the download, but this email is going to talk about that specific desire and really amplify it and make them feel some of it, and then again position the offer that you're selling as the natural way to get it. The third email, this is actually my favorite one. It's curiosity. Sometimes you don't have to say a whole lot in your email about what it is that you're offering or what it is that you're selling. It's more about what you don't say. And curiosity is such a powerful motivator that a lot of times people will buy your offer just because they were curious about one bullet point on the sales letter that just triggered their curiosity so much. A lot of people end up buying things just because they have to know. It's like having an itch that you can't scratch. You know that feeling? It's like just imagine having an itch that you can't quite reach or scratch. Like it drives you nuts until you can satisfy that itch. That's what curiosity does inside their brain. So this email is a lot of teasing and a lot of curiosity about not what the offer is, but usually about what it isn't. And that entices them to click and then buy the offer. Number 4 is social proof. That just is a basic part of all of our psychology as human beings, where if we're unsure of something, we will generally look to other people and take cues from them on how to act. So Social proof comes in the form of testimonials. It comes in the form of all these people watching our video right now. You know, the more people that watch a video, the more proof there is that other people are doing this too, and so I should too. It's kind of
Amazon reviews, that's a good example.
Amazon reviews are great. So in these types of emails, we just bring up some either sharing real testimonials or just talking about other types of people that have participated in this product or this coaching service, whatever it is, just talking about the fact that other people are doing this too, and other people have experienced the same pain, they want the same desires, they've gone through the same things, and of course they've gotten the results that you're after from this product. So social proof is a big trigger. You'll see it all over the place in marketing, and it's a great way to write an email that sells. 5 is authority. Authority is where, imagine somebody reading an email from one of us that doesn't know us or know our background. And naturally, if as soon as we claim, hey, this offer is going to help you or this thing is going to help you, the first thing most people will think is, how do I know that's true? How can I trust you? How can I believe you? Like, what's your credibility? Authority is where, especially if you don't have any credibility or authority, if you're just starting out, if nobody knows who you are, authority is where you take someone else or something else that already has established credibility and you apply it to your product. So like I'm doing it right now, actually. I'm not asking you to fully believe that I'm a great copywriter and I write these great emails. I'm saying, look, science has proven that these things work. Psychologists have proven that these things motivate people to buy, and you'll see this everywhere. So I'm not really asking you to believe me. I'm saying, look, scientists proved it, This is great if you can find any kind of study or research that backs up your claim. A lot of great offers have this built in. So for all the guys doing affiliate marketing, whatever offers you're selling, they're going to have some sort of built-in authority or credibility. Either the person who created it is an expert in their field, or there's some study that proves it, and you want to find that and use it in this email. Number 6 is incentive. That's just giving them what's in it for them if they click and buy. Anything you're selling that has bonuses, it's a great time to talk about that. A lot of people just leave this out, and they're leaving a lot of money off the table. Whatever offer you're selling usually will have a list of bonuses that come with it, and you want to talk about that, and maybe even just pick one really good bonus and talk about it. Also, for all the people watching this that maybe have like a brick and mortar business, like you want to get people to come into your store or your office, incentive would be, hey, here's a coupon. If you bring this coupon in, you'll get like a free, I don't know, I think I saw like a chiropractor's office that did like a free hour massage if you bring in this coupon. And it was a way to get people into the door so they could sell them more services. So it's just hey, here's something in it for you. There's a restaurant down the street in Austin. If you join their email list, they give you a coupon for free like tater tots at their food truck, which they're like really good tater tots. They're famous for it. And it probably costs them nothing, but if you bring that in, now you're in their restaurant, in their bar, spending more money. So it's incentive to take action. And then 7 is scarcity. That just means that the more you take something away, the more people want it. If something is in shorter supply, people want it more. So that's usually when you have a limited time offer and you say, hey, it's going away soon. I can't afford to do this for very long. You only have until midnight tonight to take action. That will bump a lot of people off the fence from maybe I want this or not to I have to have it now. So download the thing below. You can see exactly how we lay out the emails, exactly how all this works. And that should cover at least your first 7 days. Also, what you can do if you're very new to this and you don't really know how to set up emails or anything, take this 7 days, these 7 emails, pick one offer, whether it's yours or anyone else's, and line up the first 7 days following the template. And then next week, do the same thing for a different offer. For all the affiliates, that's what I would recommend is choose 4 offers and you've got your whole month covered, 7 days on one offer, and then repeat the templates for another 7 days for another offer, and just keep doing that. And of course, you'll learn over time. The data is going to tell you what's working and what isn't, but this was going to give you a really good shot at making some sales.
So each of those 7 triggers is one email.
Yes.
You focus on just pain for a single email.
You write an email about pain, the offer is the solution. You write the next email, you write about desire, the offer is how you get it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I could go on forever about this. So let's recap the big picture here. Like what where does this really fit into the whole big picture? Well, we've told you guys that you can make between $1,000 to $3,000 for every 1,000 people on your list per month. Those 7 emails a week would be a really good starting point for that. If you don't know anything else, that's where I would start. Take the 7 emails and duplicate it every week for a new offer or a new, whatever it is that you're selling. Just keep rotating it out. You got to be building your list, obviously, for this to work. And you've got to be emailing them. I usually email every day. If you're just starting out and you don't want to email every day, at least make sure you're emailing your list, once or twice a week minimum. The idea being that you want to stay on top of their mind and make sure that you're we said in the first video that email, like 70 or 80% of people say they check email first thing in the day, every day. You want to be a part of that. You want to be a part of their daily routine so that they're constantly reading your messages and buying into whatever it is that you're trying to pitch to them. And the more they get used to that, and the more your emails are high quality and they like what you're saying, the more you'll build a lot of goodwill with your audience. They're going to come to really like and respect you and trust what you say. And you're not going to have to push and sell so hard. I know a lot of people have asked us, or in some way or another, sort of said that they're nervous about selling. They don't want to seem pushy. And a lot of amateur type email marketers who don't know this, they just send promotional message after promotional message, and nobody likes that. They want to buy these things. They have a need for what you're selling, but they hate to be sold. They hate to be slapped on the head with hyped up marketing. And they're getting, you got to know that if you're emailing people, they're getting those messages from most other marketers. They're getting hyped up messages. They're getting these scarcity, closing now, you got to buy. This is so blah, blah, blah. This is they're getting these big promises made all the time about this thing or that thing. And what happens is you start to tune it out and you stop paying attention. And so when you email them in this way, you're not going to have that happen. You're going to have people that are actually open to hearing what you have to say and open to listening and being influenced by these psychological triggers that we're trying to share with you. And suddenly you're going to see your open rates and especially your click rates and your conversion rates go through the roof, where before you probably just weren't getting through to a lot of people because people just don't like to be pitched stuff. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those 7 triggers are a way around that defense that we all have to being sold, because you're not just saying, hey, buy this product, it's the best product ever, it'll give you everything you want. You're talking as a friend about your desire to achieve a result.
Yeah, you're kind of teaching them the reasons why they need this. You're not giving away what you're selling. You're just saying, hey, you might not have thought of this, but actually, and I don't know, it's going to open a lot of people's minds to what you have to say instead of closing them down, feeling defensive, like, please don't send me any more of this bullcrap marketing.
Right.
So you can learn more how to do that by downloading it below. And at this point, you guys should know how to make 1 to 3K per month for every 1,000 people on your list. You should also know how to get your first 1,000 subscribers for free. And now you should know exactly what to email them to make a profit for at least your first 7 days. And you can repeat that for a 7-day cycle as much as you want. And you can take that and you can use it and it'll totally work for you. It's been working for us for years. It's working really well right now. I think we showed you in the first video just how well the results we're getting. And you can take that, you can use it, it'll totally work for you. And if you're like most people that we work with, or a lot of people that are in our group right now asking questions and commenting on these videos, you might need a little bit more help setting this up. You might have a lot more questions than what we've covered in these videos. Like, how about, what do I write for subject lines? Or can you give me some more emails to use? How do I keep selling every day? I mean, if I've only got 7 days, what do I do for the rest of the year? How do I sell affiliate products? How do I sell my own products? How do I sell coaching? We've got a lot of coaches in our group. How do I use email, not just to sell products online, but to get people to my store or my office to do, brick and mortar business? You might also want to know a little bit more detail about the email marketing business. Like, how do we actually set this up? How do I get really good opt-in rates? How do I get, we covered a really good free traffic strategy, but that doesn't cover everything. Like, what What else can I do to get free traffic to grow my list? How do I write really good sales emails? Like how do I actually write them instead of just copying someone else's template? How can I take that and make it my own so that it's totally congruent to me and my personality, and my list is like nobody else's? How do I get my list to really love me and respect me and listen to what I have to say, which also has a great effect of kind of invalidating the competition? How do I, technically, there's a lot of tech stuff that goes into email marketing as well. Like how do I avoid spam, deliverability? How do I make sure that I'm not in the spam tab or the promotion tab, but I'm in the personal tab where people like to read and I get the most chance to get opened? How do I actually set this up? How do I make a landing page or an opt-in? How do I actually set up an email autoresponder, and what technically what do I need to know to do that? And your favorite topic, how do I scale it with paid traffic? How do I take what's already working and multiply the results and scale it to the moon with paid traffic, which is his specialty? So if you're wondering any of that and more, if you'd like to ask us any questions at all, we would love to introduce you to our new training program that we are launching in 2 days. It's called the Email Ignition Formula. It's launching on Wednesday, November 14th. That's a little under 2 days from now at 12 p.m. noon Central Time. That's our time here in Texas. And here's a little bit about what we're going to cover. And we're going to do another video after this for those of you that want to take this to the next level and really dive into what this program's about and what you're going to get. But the basic way we've set it up is this. First, there's the pre-launch, which is just setting up. How do I actually set up this entire email marketing machine? If you don't know anything at all, if you have zero experience, or even if you do have some experience, but you maybe have missed some fundamentals or there's some pieces that you don't have in place, we're going to show you exactly how to set up the landing page, the opt-in, the email sequence that sort of indoctrinates them into your list, how to connect all the offers that you want to sell, just technically speaking, how autoresponders work, how the spam, deliverability, all that stuff. We're going to help you get set up so that you have a machine and it works. I know that a lot of beginners just get overwhelmed,
Yeah.
There's so much to do. There's so much software to learn and so much, everybody's telling you need this or you need that. We just want to tell you exactly what you need and how to set it up so that you don't have to worry about the tech stuff and you can just do what you want to do and create your content and talk to your audience.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you could waste your time on, and so we can save you that time.
So many things we have personally wasted our time on,
yeah.
so we'd love to save you that time. Then comes the liftoff. That's where you've got the machine, it's working now, and we're going to get you some velocity and movement. We're going to talk all about free traffic methods, going really in depth on what we started in the last video, every possible way to start getting free traffic flooding into your list, and how to actually design a really high converting opt-in. So, your lead magnet, your what they call the ethical bribe to get people to sign up.
We both regularly get 50 to 80% opt-ins pretty easily, so we want to teach you that formula.
Yeah,
just follow the same
There's
simple
definitely a
every
formula
time.
for it, and we want to teach you that so that you can make the most out of all this traffic that you're getting. And your list is going to start growing because, remember what we showed you, the more you scale up your list, the more subscribers you have, the more money you can make per month from the same exact amount of effort. That's why this is such a beautiful system. The third class, we're going to talk about acceleration. That's going to be mostly how to sell through email. I'm going to teach you everything I know about copywriting. We're going to give you, if you think these templates below are good, we're going to give you a whole library from years and years of writing emails. We're going to make this really easy for you and help you to really differentiate yourself from anyone else's list so that people who just love reading your emails, they don't even feel like they're being sold anything, but they totally are. It's just natural. When you get really good at selling, it doesn't feel like you're pushing it on anyone. It feels like you're just offering them something they definitely already want, and they're really grateful for it. So we're going to teach you that, and that's going to get your income really accelerating so that you're not just making the bare minimum from your subscribers, but you're actually making a lot more than most people. And then finally, escape velocity. When the rocket ship escapes the atmosphere and goes off into space, just as far as you possibly want to take this, that's going to be paid traffic. And we're going to give you 365 days of promo schedule. So there's never going to be a day where you don't know what email to set up, what email to write. And it's going to become this perpetual income machine that we've shown you here, where your list is growing, your selling is just at a really high level, and you're driving it with paid traffic. And whatever you're paying for traffic, you're making so much more from the emails that it just drives itself.
Yeah, we never want you to be sitting there wondering, what should I write, basically. We want to take away all of that process that can be frustrating.
Yeah.
Just so that every time you sit down, you know you're going to write a really great email that's really going to speak to people and to sell them without feeling like you're being salesy.
Yeah, I remember when I first started learning how to write emails, it usually took me like a couple of hours to write one email that wasn't really even that good. It was kind of unfocused. At this point, I usually take 1 to 2 days in the beginning of the month and write all my emails for the month, just in 1 or 2 days.
Awesome.
I just bang them out. I have a system for it. I'm either writing new emails based on my template or my system, or sometimes if I'm feeling lazy, I just go into the library, my swipe files. I find the ones that worked really well last year, and I just rerun them. It's like reruns of a hit show, you know? If it worked last year, it'll work again this year. So I have so much of that, and I want to share it with you just to make this as easy as possible for you guys to succeed, even right out of the gates, even if you're totally new and you've never written an email in your life. And we're also going to include these bonuses. You know, we're going to give you, like I said, access to the private $1 million swipe file with hundreds of proven subject lines, email templates. This comes from my experience writing for 3 different multi-million-dollar email marketing companies. I ran those lists. I wrote all the emails. I saved all the emails. They belong to me. And I'd love to share them with you and really just help you expand your knowledge, and to the point where, like Brad said, you never have to worry that you don't know what to write or that you don't know how to sell something. We're also going to talk specifically to the affiliate marketers, how to sell someone else's product that isn't yours. Even if you've never sold it before, you don't know anything about it, all you need to know is a few key things about a product in order to be able to sell it through email. So we're going to teach you that. We're going to teach you info marketing secrets. That's for if you have your own product. We're going to teach you this is really cool if you're a coach. I did paid coaching programs for a long time when I worked in the dating industry. I was a coach, and I also sold through email. And the way we would have to do it, because these are very expensive, high-ticket coaching programs, we would be selling on the phone anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 per person. So you really got to get someone on the phone and take them through a sales cycle. But we drove all those sales with email. So we would mail our list this specific 7-day sequence, and we would end up with so many people trying to get on the phone with us. We couldn't possibly talk to them all. We had to filter them out and make sure that we only had the most qualified people who had the most money and they were the most motivated. And it was the easiest sales call of your life. When you get those people on the phone, you don't have to try very hard because they're already basically throwing their credit card at you. So all of that was set up through email, which is pretty cool, and we want to give you that sequence. Conversion crack is kind of something we just came up with, which is just all of our little tricks of the trade that we've learned over the years. There are certain buttons that you can push inside of an autoresponder that most people just never use that actually double your conversions if you know how to use it at the right time. There's certain things that we do just to, really increase our opt-ins, increase our clicks, our conversions, and most importantly, the overall ROI that you get. And we just have a whole list of little tricks that we've learned from experience that we want to share with you to really, 2, 3, 5, 10x the conversion rates that you're already getting once you're up and running like this. And really what's interesting too is we're going to have a lot of unannounced bonuses that we don't even know yet, because you're going to participate in this with us. And you're going to get to work with us personally. This isn't going to be a pre-recorded video class. This is going to be a live class where you're going to be there asking us questions, giving us feedback, telling us what do you need specifically for your business. And if there's stuff that we haven't covered yet or that we didn't create yet, you get to ask us and we'll create it for you. So we don't even know all the bonuses yet because you're going to be the one creating it with us.
And by the way, if you do attend the live classes, you'll also have lifetime access to the recorded. We'll record them all. So
exactly,
No, not everybody can show up to the live. We really hope you can. We're really excited to have you.
Yeah. So we're basically creating this with you guys as our beta testers. So we're going to be doing live classes and sort of modifying it all based on what you guys need for your business. This is like a personal mentorship thing. But like Brad said, all of those classes are recorded. So if you ever miss one, you could come back and listen to it again, and you'll have access to that forever. So who is this for? We only want to work with people that are positive. We don't really want to work with you if you complain a lot or you make excuses for your lack of success. We want to work with people that are positive, that are action takers, that are actually going to implement what we give you, that actually are self-motivated to take this and adapt it to whatever business you have or whatever business you'd like to create. And you're serious about making money with this. You don't just want to learn the theory of it to use later, but you want to make some money in 2019 using our system. And if that sounds like you, we want to work with you. We want to personally mentor you and help you get the success that you're looking for. So that's going to go down on Wednesday, November 14th. That's when we're kicking it off, igniting the email ignition formula. And you can look forward to another video from us on that day. So if you're in our group, if you're not in our group, make sure you get in it with the link below. If you're not on our list, get on our list, same thing. And we're going to send you guys another video on that day that breaks down the entire email ignition formula, everything you need to know. If there's anything we didn't cover here, if there's anything you're still wondering, we're going to do an entire video just on what we're going to be doing over the next couple weeks, taking people through this formula.
Yeah, and also if you're not subscribed on YouTube, you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to hit the bell notification icon to see when we go live or when we drop the next video. And otherwise, yeah, sign up to get the templates and you'll be on our email list and we can remind you as well.
Yep. So get those templates below. We'll have a PDF download for you. Join the group, join the list. Thank you guys so much for everything that you've commented on or engaged with so far. I can't believe how fast this is taking shape. We started our group, 2 weeks ago, and it's already over 100 people. We're already ranking on YouTube. We're already getting so many views and comments. This is clearly something that you guys want to learn, and we want to help you. So Wednesday, November 14th, that's 2 days from now, 12 p.m. Central Time. That's when it's going down. Look out for our video with all the information that you're going to need. And until then, download those templates and load up some emails.
We'll see you in the next video.
Peace.